Alright, so I got a little bit further in and I managed to get everything more or less unlocked, so this file is complete. That file is now complete. I now have all the limiters complete. So I figure it's time to basically go through all this stuff, and I might divide it into 2 episodes to sort of keep it short for each one. I guess we'll start the limiters first. Let's just jump in here with the first one here. Responsibility limiter. So designation cheerleader. Now these little fellows are quite remarkable really, and I believe are key to how the process is able to construct, or destruct as the case may be. Whatever they set their sights upon, why it becomes impervious really, as though encased in thick glass. This way the process can just build and build and build, clean and happy, no distraction to surrounding environments, no need for parting or dust or anything like that. It all gets done in a hurry, but not in a rush. Not in a rush, the work it is immaculate. Royce. And of course, they have the shield beam, their reinforced shell, the power charger, some models. Their role is maintenance. Their vulnerabilities are basically that they're unarmed. They basically can't, shield themselves constantly. They're like high traffic errors and sunsets, apparently. And then we got the concentration limiter. Designation clucker. This one is rather inconspicuous, even nonchalant, so very timid in its disposition. Though its impetus that it says its legs, they will need a closer look. Why are they not rigid, fleshy almost, appearing natural in shape and texture, which strikes me as very, very odd. The process, it is big on self-improvement, that I know, but I do not know if copying the way we mill about, the way we wander, I don't know if that qualifies. In any case, this is a newer model, has to be able to traverse denser environments undetected, and quite literally lead the way for his associates. It's a bit like our explorer, Royce. And it's bipedal ammunition, shooting contests. This thing's basically the Ranger. It's like, it's a long-range fire, artillery type of model, type of enemy you fight, if you recall. Priority limiter. Destination creep. Busy, 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 aren't they? With their feet, or feelers maybe. All clattering about, very hardworking, diligent, dignified, even despite menial role within process hierarchy. Though hierarchy, that's not quite right. More like union. Most respectable, a pair of these, they often work in pairs, can wipe out a small house in an hour or two if sufficiently impelled. Then the others in the family, they all come in to make way for something new, something better, different, often something better than before. Royce. So these guys are custodians. They're basically got the cutting beam and all-terrain movement. They vulnerabilities is that they have exposed cell into the rear, so you hit them from behind and you require a line of sight to hit things, but they're dangerous nonetheless. Legacy limiter. Designation snapshot. Spent many hours staring into the blinking eyes. Rather calmly, really. The process keeps meticulous records. Very responsible. And this is sort of their bookkeeper, near as I can tell. Now, I can't make heads or tails of those records, yet, but there are timestamps. They have to be timestamps, which is how I know. In any case, the sense of feeling monitored constantly, while troubling at first, I found with time it fades. Royce. So their role is reporting. They've, it features a flash lens, a reflex booster, the data scrambler, some versions, which is annoying. Their vulnerability is that they have exposed cells, so you just hit them from the rear and they go bye-bye. And of course, they run away, so it's even easier. High dynamic range lighting. Permanence limiter. Designation fetch. First signs of aggression I've seen from the process, real aggression I mean. All of them a bit temperamental really, but this, need to keep a healthy distance. Develop disincentives. Make the terms of the relationship abundantly clear. I don't yet know what to make of this. What is the process trying to protect itself from something like this? Me? At any rate, it's a plain that this form came to be for something other than solving the city's problems. But then why? How is it able to disappear completely, despite all we've done to draw it out? We'll come back to this, Royce. So this guy's the Guardian. He's got the sleek form factor, tracking centers, paralysis wave. His vulnerability is ineffective at range, but of course, this guy moves so damn fast, he, is pretty damn powerful at close range. And it's apparently like cylinder objects like the ball. And simple games. Who knew? And then, of course, superiority. Designation man. The process, I believe, is beginning to take on certain characteristics of its environment. Its environment, in this case, consisting of yours truly, I suppose, and my associates. One of the others, who shall be left nameless, suggested this might be a form of tribute, like a living sculpture, but he or she does not know what he or she is talking about, and I fear something else is going on here. Something rather troubling. Precaution thing, but I've implanted a number of interlocking safety limiters that should keep the process well in line for just in case. Can never be too sure. Royce. So this guy's the Selk guy. He'll just, he'll fuck you up, more or less. He's got no vulnerabilities. He's got no preference. He'll summon Seekers, strong, near friends. He's got a recovery system, and he's got the facing system, so, he pops in and out sometimes. So that's the limiters in, detail. And I think
Grant
we'll go...
Kendrall's the man behind the Camerata, without a doubt. Beats being an admin.
I guess we'll go and read Grant Kendrall here. So background. More than 94% of the voting adults in Cloudbank agree that administration is necessary to the city's infrastructure and its continued day-to-day operations. A similar percentage also want no part of administrative responsibilities, other than to exercise one's personal right to vote on or otherwise contribute to pertinent social issues. Most administrators like it this way. In the long-standing tradition of their role, they endeavor to keep things running quietly and smoothly, intervening as little as possible while facilitating as much as possible. As public servants, administrators are beholden to their constituents through this time-honored system. It is a system that Administrator Grant Kendrall decided to subvert. So, worldly view. Administrator Kendrall was one of the longest tenured public servants in the administrator's record history. More than the two younger generations of administrators came and went as he remained on the job. His abilities as a judicial and sharp-minded administrator never faltered as his age advanced, so instead, his constituency's respect for him only grew. By contrast, Administrator Kendrall found his own feelings beginning to change. It was a period of personal crisis, a time when lesser men would have retired, but Administrator Kendrall took it all in stride as far as anybody knew. By now, he had realized he had fought for virtually every social position at one time or another, always pleasing the majority. Over time, this left a hollow feeling in his heart. He had his own position on many matters, his own dreams and desires, but he had learned to keep those thoughts in check. Then, a longtime friend of his, with whom he had often confided his worldview over food or drink, gave Administrator Kendrall an idea he never dared consider. The Camerata. The Camerata was just the two of them at first, and its ranks were never meant to exceed a number to be counted on one hand. They encapsulated their beliefs in expression, that when everything changes, nothing changes, and they had in their possession something that would move their mission forward. Administrator Kendrall, even ever familiar with the solemn burden of responsibility, knew more about administration than anyone. If anyone knew what was best for Cloudbank, it was him. So of course, this is the guy who more or less was running things in, this city, and he became corrupt, and then, bad things happened. Which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Was that him right here? Yeah. I think what we're going to do right now, I'm going to leave the rest of this stuff, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for reading next time. I guess this stuff here too. So for now, take care.